Back at it again, and we've got to talk about another questionable story, right? There's good and bad to come of this, but like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
McCarthy took office with a commitment to America. Not only that, but when I needed him the most, he was able to flip me upright. Sometimes I retract into my shell in order to avoid some of the drama that we've seen recently, but McCarthy was able to get my head unstuck from that position. Together we were able to cross the finish line, albeit very slowly. McCarthy.
I'm sorry. I had to show you guys that short little clip there. But all seriousness, if you haven't heard, Kevin McCarthy is officially retiring and leaving Congress effective at the end of this year. Yeah. Check it out.
Welcome into Newsline, everybody. I'm Bianca Della Garza, and we have breaking news as we come on the air to you. Former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy announcing just minutes ago he will be resigning from his congressional seat in California. This announcement coming 2 months after being voted out of the speakership. He says he will be leaving at the end of this year. Let's get you out to national correspondent Alana Austin, who's live for us right now on Capitol Hill. Alana, obviously there had been some rumblings, but now it is official. We know the House GOP is already dealing with a thin majority. So with this, it's about to shrink even more.
Hi, good afternoon, Bianca. Well, this certainly puts leadership in a challenging position here because they will, in the interim at least, lose that vote of Kevin McCarthy, another Republican, for a variety of key upcoming agenda items. But we know there are other departures, too, expected in the near term. We have Congressman Bill Johnson expected to leave Congress in March, and also New York Democratic Congressman Brian Higgins. He's expected to leave February 2nd. So the numbers are going to be budging a little bit here, but sources I have been checking in with say they do expect the House to be retained by Republican control, at least for the time being, and perhaps through the election. But this certainly creates a lot of pressures on the GOP to be able to carry out its agenda and hold the line from the Biden administration and from Senate Democrats, who currently also they hold a slim majority in the Senate.
Alana Austin live for us. I mean, he says he wants to serve America in new ways. I know my work is only getting started. I'm sure there'll be a lot of curiosity about what his next move is going to be. Have you heard anything as of this very moment?
As of right now, we are not hearing a lot. He released a video statement a few moments ago saying that this is not over. And also, Kevin McCarthy released an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal saying to stay tuned, that his work is not over. He wants to continue fighting for conservative ideals that he believes in for Americans. But folks have been interested in what his next steps and what a next chapter could look like. But overall, the reaction here immediately is it's not a shock that McCarthy is leaving office. He lost power. That would have been certainly a humiliating defeat for him at a personal level. And professionally, it's difficult to move forward in this Congress when there is a new speaker in place. And the leadership has been, in some ways, really faced with a difficult situation with all the factions here.
It sure has. Well, obviously, we'll stay tuned for more reaction from you today. Thank you, Alana Austin, with the very latest on former Speaker McCarthy announcing his resignation from his seat. Good to see you, Alana. Thank you.
Yeah. Kevin McCarthy. I lost, they kicked me out, so I want to go home. I want to go home. I can't take this anymore. What a shame, right? What a shame. Guy said, if I can't be speaker, I won't be in Congress at all. Which proves that he shouldn't have been the House Speaker in the first place. That gives more credence to that. That gives more credence to what we were all saying to begin with. I took several polls and looked at several polls online, on here, right? Where, Kevin McCarthy was up against other folks, or it was just like, do you want Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House? Time after time after time, the people said no to Kevin McCarthy. But the establishment said, no, you're going to take him anyway. And the people ended up getting their way. And now Kevin McCarthy's taking his ball and going home. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Which is good and bad because now we're getting rid of one more rhino, right? I would love for Mitch McConnell to leave too. That'd be fantastic. Can we get Mitch on line one? Can we get Mitch on line one? Anybody got Mitch McConnell's contact information so we can get him to walk out with Kevin McCarthy? But it's also bad because it slims our margins in the House. Now, obviously, in the Senate, we already don't have the tying vote that it goes to Kamala Harris, unfortunately. So not a whole lot would change with that, with Mitch McConnell gone. But it would be great to have some more rhinos out of the Republican Party, and we can begin to remember. I told you guys, beginning 2024 or starting in 2024, the Republican Party will look a lot different. Or maybe I said 2025. I don't remember. You guys can go back at the videos and check it out. But I said I do believe the Republican Party will look a lot different. Not only the politicians, but the voting base as well will look a lot different than it has in the past. The voting base, there's going to be a wider array of individuals. People that you wouldn't have even thought were Republicans are going to be staunch Republicans, right? The politicians are going to be more America first, more Matt Gaetz, Byron Donalds, Donald Trump like, right? It's going to be more of a all together as one kind of Republican Party, not this no, on this issue we're gonna agree with the Democrats kind of thing. No. It's gonna be no, Democrats have terrible ideas. We are not voting to agree with them. Absolutely not. Under any circumstances are we doing that. It'll be more of that type of Republican politician. You know, the Matt Gaetz, Byron Donalds types. And it seems to be playing out. But I want to play you guys Kevin McCarthy's message. Check it out. Set. All right, quiet on the set. All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3.
17 years ago, I was elected to a seat in Congress that I couldn't get an internship for. Today, I sit here having served as your whip, leader, and as the 55th Speaker of the House. As the son of a firefighter from Bakersfield, my story is the story of America. For me, every moment came with a great deal of devotion and responsibility. Giving my best to all of you has been my greatest honor. I'm proud of what we have accomplished. We won a House majority twice. We elected more Republican women, veterans, and minorities to Congress than ever before. We reduced the deficit by over $2 trillion while protecting the full faith and credit of our nation. We kept our government operating and our troops paid while wars broke out around the world. Traveling the country and serving with all of you, I have encountered far more people that want to build something than those who want to tear it down. I have faith in this country because America is more than a country. America is an idea. Today, I am driven by the same purpose that I felt when I arrived in Congress. But now, it is time to pursue my passion in a new arena. While I'll be departing the House at the end of this year, I will never, ever give up fighting for this country that I love so much. To all those who have supported me through the years, especially our constituents, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We did our part. And when the stakes were the highest, we rose to the challenge. We were willing.
No, you didn't. You retired and ran home when the stakes were the highest, but continue.
Willing to risk it all, no matter the odds, no matter the personal cost. Simply put, we did the right thing. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America. That's a wrap.
Psych. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Kev. Don't let it hit you. All right? Not going to miss you. Not one bit. Not one bit. And, it's funny that, I always speak about Matt Gaetz because, Matt Gaetz is one of the individuals that I tend to agree with a lot. Byron Donalds as well. And after hearing the news about Kevin McCarthy, he said something interesting that I really agree with, and I think you guys may agree with as well. Check it out.
I don't know anyone else who would just say, well, if I can't run the place, I'm going to leave. Nancy Pelosi, for all her flaws, and there are many, she at least stuck around. She didn't hurt her team by saying, well, if I can't be the quarterback, I'm just going to take the ball and go home. That seems to be what we're getting from Kevin McCarthy. This is not an act of patriotism or moving on to the next fight. It is an act of abject selfishness, and it is revealing that if Kevin McCarthy can't swing the gavel and be in charge and make the decisions, that he's not willing to be a team player.
Facts. That ain't being a patriot. That's not being representative of the Republican Party. That's trying to hurt the Republican Party. That's trying to damage the Republican Party. But little does he know, we wanted this. We wanted this. We are not mad about Kevin McCarthy leaving. Now, yes, he does hurt the Republican Party a little bit because it slims our margins. Depending on how many people are leaving, which we'll get into that in a second, it could put us in jeopardy here in terms of losing the House, okay? But we want Kevin McCarthy to leave. Make no mistake about it. And I've asked you guys several times, and all of you said that you want Kevin McCarthy out. You don't want him as Speaker of the House. You think he's terrible. You think he's a rhino. He's a traitor. So, we the people win once again. Now, I also want to go back to the video clip that he put out, where he was talking about all the BS and crap, and, you had the soft, slow music playing in the background. Because I want to go to the comment section. You guys know I always go to the comment sections of video clips. That's what I want to see. I don't care about what these politicians say a whole lot. What are the people saying? You know what people are saying? Check it out. Yep. GTFO. You know what that stands for. Dude, you were the first speaker ever voted out of power in our history. You're craving fatness. I mean, my goodness. So forever be one of a laughing stock. Okay, the word honor should never appear next to your name. Your behind got fired. Glad you're going back to Bakersfield. Just leave already. I warn Republican voters that you'd squander your power for the sake of the uniparty. Yep. Looks like you got one in favor of Kevin there. You had your moment, but you went against your constituents. Hey, Kevin, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Matt Gaetz was right. You did this to yourself. Remember when you told Gaetz to bring it? He brought it. And you tucked tail and ran. So in essence, you're letting us down again. You served yourself in Ukraine in the story. Absolutely no one cares. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the door hit you. Goodbye. Peace out, clown. So you get it. You get it. He is getting absolutely destroyed in the comment section of the video that he put out. But, as I talked about previously, something interesting is happening. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I did touch on this weird phenomenon that I thought would happen, and that is people retiring or leaving, right? And check this out. It says, I have seen several posts in recent days celebrating the belief that 30 members of the U.S. House are not seeking re-election. This is only half truth. Yes, 15 are retiring, 8 Democrats and 7 Republicans are retiring. Patrick McHenry is one of those individuals. Michael Burgess. If you don't know remember who Patrick McHenry is, he was the individual that after Kevin McCarthy was ousted as Speaker of the House, he was the guy that slammed the gavel because he was angry that Kevin McCarthy, his good old buddy, was kicked out. But yeah, I just find this really interesting. Members of Congress retiring from office. You got Republican Mitt Romney. You got House member Debbie Lesko. Is that how you pronounce that? Ken Buck, Victoria Spartz. Hopefully I pronounced that. George Santos, but he was kicked out. Bill Johnson, Brad Winstrup, Kay Granger, Michael Burgess, Chris Stewart. Then, of course, you got Democrats in the mix as well. Lawmakers seeking other office. Dean Phillips is actually running for president. He's having a wonderful time doing that, I'm sure. Jim Banks is running for another office. Alex Mooney. Okay, you got a couple people running for governor. Mike Braun. And Dan Bishop is running for attorney general, and Sheila Jackson running for mayor. Which is just hilarious. So a lot of movement, and you guys can let me know in the comment section, because obviously I haven't been around for a long time. I've made no secret about that. You guys know that already. It's all been documented. Okay. So have you ever seen anything like this? This type of movement going on, this type of movement happening, all of these people leaving, shifting around in some capacity. There's like 30 something, like 15 of them are just retiring, being done. And I'm sure there's more to come. There's other rumors of individuals retiring. Have you guys ever seen anything like that? And of course, I always go back to the rumor of why am I drawing a blank right now? Hillary. Goodness gracious. Ooh. Have you ever just gone blank in your mind? It's just blank. It was just the weirdest stuff. Okay, but Hillary, I saw there was a rumor of Hillary moving out of the country. So all of this stuff is just weird. Now, I can't confirm whether or not the whole Hillary situation is true. Just want to put an FYI on that. All right, so I don't get hit with no misinformation. Okay, and of course there was a rumor that Obama was going to leave the country, and of course you have all of these celebrities saying, if Trump takes office, I'm going to leave the country. I just find this interesting. That's all I'm saying. I have no hard evidence to back up any of these speculations or anything, but it's just interesting that all of these politicians are all of a sudden leaving or trying to shift around to a different position. The rumors of the Obamas and Hillary potentially leaving the country, all of these random celebrities saying they're going to leave the country. Interesting. It's just quite interesting. What do y'all think? I think that some of these individuals know that they're in trouble, because once Trump gets back in office, there's going to be some people thrown in jail. And even if they aren't thrown in jail, there's going to be some people who are going to get exposed for some very terrible things. You guys remember that guy by the name of, what was his name? Oh, Epstein. Remember that guy? Remember that list that we never found or never got a hold of? You think a lot of these celebrities were on that list? You think Trump will release that list once he gets back in office? Just something to think about. Just something to think about. Y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Do y'all think I'm onto something? Or am I cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Let me know. I'm out.